FTX Leg RC. If you haven't watched the channel before, I'm Si. That's the leg. Recently I've been doing a bit of wheeling and dealing, and I'd just like to show you guys what we've come up with and have a little chat. So guys, we went wheeling and dealing and we came back with a couple of toys, which I'd like to show you now. Hi guys, hope you can see me okay. So, what we have here, we did some wheeling and dealing, as I said previously. This is a 1/10 scale, albeit on steroids, crawler. What I'm going to do is, we'll get the lid off, we'll have a little chat about that, and also you'll be able to see me better, and we'll go from there. A couple of things first though. So, original, it does have winch point. You can fit a winch to the front bumper, guys, which I think's really cool. It's got a nice sturdy front bumper. Couple of shackles on there. I might replace them. Somebody has, so these came as I don't know if you've seen the Canyon before, but it comes, it's like a long wheelbase Land Rover sort of copy. What a lot of people do is chop the back end off and put the, I believe this used to be the roof rack, put it down so it's like a bit of a flatbed, and he's put the tyre in the back there. Right, let's get this off and we'll go from there. This is it. Hopefully you can see me a bit better. So, this, as I said to you earlier, this was second hand, possibly third, possibly fourth, not entirely sure. I'm not really that bothered, because I know it works and I know I'm going to have some really good fun with it. It's had some upgrades done already. Now I have YouTubed and Googled what to do to these to make them a bit better. One of the main things is this here, which is like some chassis rails. It's basically a bit of angle iron, and what it looks like is you fix it to the original, this here. There's a couple of bolts have gone through there, and apparently what it does is it stops the body twisting so much. Although we do like a bit of twist and a bit of flex in a crawler. I think these had an issue out the factory, if you like, with too much. I love the suspension. I mean, look at that one. That's crawler suspension right there, and I believe these are the standard shocks that this truck come with. Previous owner, has added some weight. Again, another little mod. Now I believe these they were a bit light. So what it looks like here is some insulating tape has been wrapped around sort of a piece of plate. We've also, if I flip you that way and maybe that way, I don't know if you'll see, there's some weights on here what you would find in a tyre fitter garage, like a car like Quick Fit or somewhere like that, or other garages. Looks like they've been put on there just to add a bit of weight to the front. Can't see much in the way of weight on the back. I do know that this battery tray has been moved. I believe the original was sort of in here and it went sort of down on an angle. I think this has been put here obviously for weight bearing purposes. That's the only thing I can think of. So guys, we've talked about the weight, we've talked about the chassis rail mods. Now let's quickly have a chat about the servo. You can't really see the servo, but it's been updated and it is a 25 kilogram digital servo, which makes the steering on this thing real good. It's a really quiet servo. You'll see shortly, I'll do a little run video with it. Now I don't know much about these particular trucks. If I'm honest, I don't know much about many RC cars, as you know if you watch the channel, but I like to give it a go. Now what I'm finding is they've got incredibly soft tyres. However, this back one here, let me just move the toolbox, brought that with us, this back one here and this one here seem to have hard lumps in them. Whereas this one and this one are really soft. I don't know what that means. But you know, if anyone can explain that to me, give us a shout below. What else can I talk about? So it's had another motor put in. It's got a motor now. It's a brush motor, but this motor is out of a Traxxas Bandit, which makes this thing nearly wheelie. I think it's just a bit much for it, so I am going to put a different motor in. That is going to be part of the plan. It's got the original ESC that it came with. It's got a, I'll be honest, it's got a bit of a dodgy connection on here, but we are going to fix that because I'm going to be changing it all to XT60 anyway. This is how I got it. It's dirty, it's rugged, it needs some attention, guys. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. Guys, first things first. A lot of people like this look on the body. I do like it, but I have a vision, and I want to make it, I believe it's called a short course trail truck. So I am going to cut it straight down here. This whole back end's coming off completely. We'll take this wheel out of the way, we're going to cut it straight down here, so that all we've got is this front part of the body. I then have a friend who ironically was the original owner of this truck. He is going to 3D print me a cage, a rear roll cage that's going to come off here. It's going to go across, it's going to come down on an angle. It's going to narrow itself down here because it will meet the chassis mods below. We can then take this wheel and we'll fit it on an angle on the back of the frame. We're going to make sure it's solid to the frame. We'll make sure it's solid to this body. We are going to have to make a few adjustments to this body. It does need a little bit of love, but it's nothing we can't manage. We've still got the front frame here, and we've still got this corner of the front frame here, so maybe we can attach this frame to the new frame somehow. Not sure, but we will give it a flame and go. I'm going to paint it, just because I just fancy painting it. It's just probably going to go camouflaged colours, because I quite like the look of that. So I'm just going to hit it with a bit of dark green, bit of army green, British Army green, bit of black, possibly a bit of brownie in there as well. It's got the light bar on it. Previous guy who I got it off, Ben, he didn't have the fittings, so what he's actually done is he's super glued the light bar to here. I don't mind, that's absolutely fine. I am going to run the wire through the roof, because Ben's obviously, he's just tucked it down here for ease. He's just run it down there, and what he's done is he's got a connector on and he connects it to a separate little battery. I am, as I say, there's already a pre-cut hole in the roof. You can just see it here. I'm going to run the wire through there, and I'm going to have a little mounting plate to put a little battery on there to plug this straight into, so we can have that powered on all the time. It has got LEDs on the rear, not too bothered about them, and it's got LEDs on the front, which we will keep. As you can see, LED lights on the front, distinguishing Land Rover features. Open the bonnet. The window's been painted at some point. I'm going to just put a bit of thinners on that and put the windows clear again. So I do like the windows to be clear. Body wise, that's pretty much it. Let me just move you onto the chassis and I'll sort of try and explain what I'm doing with the chassis. So guys, for now the chassis is not going to get, I'm not going to be changing wheels as yet, unless I do find out that there's something wrong with these. Tyres. I'm going to take the tyres off momentarily. I think they're actually glued on. Yeah, they're glued on. I think they may need just swapping around the two soft ones at the front maybe, and the two harder ones at the back. I don't know what would be better for crawling, guys. So, mods. I am chopping this here. It's going to get chopped off just behind these posts here, but these posts are going to be removed because they're not needed. So it's going to get chopped off here. I'll take this plate off, chop it down there. Now what you're going to have here is you're going to have the back of the cab is going to end here. So imagine that's the back of your cab. You're going to have a roll cage coming down and getting bolted onto the chassis here. Then obviously spare wheel will sit on there, and we're not going to have this overhang. I will try and put the back bumper back on somehow. It may just need trimming here a bit, and this black part just moving along basically and fitting on the top of there. I'm not sure, but we will have a go. The battery may get relocated again. I don't know. It's potential it might get put back to where it was. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, what I'll do now is I'll give you a little run of it, and you can have a little look. I'll take you out and you can have a little look. We're just going to go in the garden. So guys, what you've got here is the FTX. Now I think this motor's too brutal. See what I mean? Now I also think we have issues with the tyres. Hang on, this is hard to control. You can see that tyre just falling off there. You can see that, couldn't you? So I think new wheels and tyres are going to be the way for this thing. We shall just have to see. I do apologise, but this is really hard to control with one hand. I mean, it's got great slow crawling control, and I know with this thing you can reset the ESC and put it actually in crawler mode, stopping it falling down hills. Basically, it automatically applies the brake for you, which I think is great for such a budget piece of kit.
Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I'll run, I'll hide. Darkness always clouds my mind. When I look behind, it's moving closer every time. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. Darkness, my old friend, you get me till at the end.
So guys, that was the Kanyon, FTX Kanyon. Like I say, I did a bit of wheeling and dealing. I came up with that, and I also came home with Project Giant Killer. That's what I'm going to call it. Let's go and take a look at that now. We've got it on the bench, or the kitchen table, as my wife calls it. It's the workbench, really. Let's go and take a look now inside, and I'll explain what that is, what I'm planning on doing with that. So, Project Giant Killer. Started life out as BSD Baja V1 or V2, I'm not 100%. I think this is a V1 just because it looks a bit older. Almost is what it looks like. I got it, it was a roll and shell. It was dirty. It looks like it's been used previously and then just popped away in a shed or a garage or what have you, and not touched. Well, stripped and then not touched. You can see here that there is a brushless motor. Wires do go to the ESC. I've put them in. I just sized them up. They're not fixed in and they're not running. So there'll be no run video of this. This is just a quick. I want to show you what I want to do. So this is 1/10 scale. I mean, considering it's been stood, the shocks all seem pretty good. They will stay until they break. I will clean them. I will refill them with fresh oil, but I will keep them until they break. So the plan for this, as you can probably see to the side here, we have a brushless motor, which is a 4000 kV brushless motor. That's going to go in, that's going to marry up to the matching ESC. So this is going to be capable, more than capable, of running a 3S light war. I've seen a couple of YouTube videos, guys who already have these, and they're running 3S, they look pretty sharp. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. We're missing a couple of pieces. We're missing quite a few screws, I'll be honest. I mean, I can take that off there. We're missing quite a few screws. It's already got a servo in there, which sounds alright. Again, probably use it just for now, see how we get on with it. I'm going to put race bearings all round, just to make it move a lot more freely and hopefully just give it a little bit more pace for on the track where I want to take it. I'm going to just run it with these wheels and tyres for now because they're not in bad condition. 3S is probably going to eat them up, but it's only going to be going on, it's not going to be run on tarmac, it's not going to be run on concrete. This is only going to be chucked on a dirt track over at my local track, which I'll put a little picture there for you. RC Adventures, Shildon, give them a visit, you'll be laughing. So yeah, this is just going to go on their dirt track, little dirt bashing track, and as I say, I'm going to call it Project Giant Killer. I want to make it 3S because there's quite a few big lads go over there, and I just want to see if I can keep up with them, really. I say Project Giant Killer, I don't think I'll kill half the stuff that goes there, but if I can learn how to drive it properly and keep up with them, do you know what, I will be more than happy. There's nothing wrong with this body. I mean, it's not the most nicest colour in the world, but there's actually nothing wrong with it. You can see here, there's no scratches, there's no, you know, it's alright. I'll just keep that body for now. I'm missing the spoiler mount, and obviously I'm missing the spoiler. You can get hold of them, parts for this are readily available. So yeah, I can get a spoiler for it, that's not a problem. I'm going to quickly spin it around for you, a couple of the bits that I'm missing. Obviously it was missing the spur gear. I don't have opinion for it. Again though, you can pick these up cheap as hell, so I will get them, we'll get them sorted. I don't know what else really to go on with this other than just, you know, watch this space. It's in good condition, well, relatively good condition. I don't know what else to tell you. Watch this space. I'm gonna hopefully on a budget make this go really quick. Thanks guys, thanks for letting us talk nonsense to you for a bit. Like I said, stay tuned. The Giant Killer, we're going to go for it. I'm going to put 50 quid into it, I reckon. Maybe a bit more, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But I think it's going to be pretty cool. I think it's going to be an awesome buggy. I think in time we're probably going to upgrade the wheels, tyres, shocks and make it just that bit better. As for the FTX, I definitely think I need wheels and tyres. and because I need wheels and tyres, I'm going to look for bead locks, try and get some bead locks with some good tyres. I know a couple of guys there on the FTX Facebook page who can help us out and recommend decent crawler tyres and decent wheels. I just want to say a few thanks to the guys who, I'll be honest with you, are going to be helping me out on this journey with both these vehicles. You're going to have BIGBEARD RC, link down below. You're going to have Beyond RC, link down below. Those two are my absolute go-to guys for speed and power and just general questions. My mate Sam from SAMAX RC, again, link down below. He's going to be my crawler man because there's not much he doesn't know about the crawlers. He owns an FTX, he also owns all the WPL crawlers, like literally all of them, twice I think. And my good friend Richard from Richard's RCs, because he is the go-to guy, because he will sit and watch YouTube and learn how to do something as opposed to me having a quick look and then just going for it. So yeah, those four are going to be my go-to guys. As I say, links down for their guys below. They're all on Facebook, they're all on Instagram, mainly they're all on YouTube. Check the channels out. Thanks very much, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.